The EU's excessive deficit procedure must be lifted against Hungary, Prime Minister Viktor Orbán told a press conference following an EU summit he attended in Brussels on Wednesday. He said the government is looking into further measures required to be taken in order to have the procedure lifted against the country, adding that he personally believed that those should include freezes already pledged, an increase of the transaction duty, and the introduction of a new tax on ads. He said that the Hungarian government will continue to cut utility prices both for households and companies by applying tools of the state. Net wages in Hungary have increased above inflation by 4.2% year-on-year, the Central Statistical Office KSH reported. The gross average monthly wage of a full-time employee was 225,600 forints, KSH reported. The purchasing power of wages has been increasing for the third consecutive month, which could have a positive effect stimulating growth through increasing consumption, the National Economy Ministry said.
The government will introduce a tax on advertisements to help Hungary get out of the European Union's excessive deficit procedure. The National Economy Ministry published a working copy of the proposal on Friday. The tax, to be paid by publishers of advertisements, Fidesz group leader Antal Rogán said that companies earning billions of forints on advertising will contribute to easing European burdens on Hungary through paying the tax. Considering the size of Hungary's advertising market, the new tax will result in no more than 10 billion forints in revenues to the central budget, Rogán said. More and more countries now recommend an approach similar to the Hungarian method to cope with the economic crisis, Economy Minister Mihály Varga said on the sidelines of a business forum in Astana, the Kazakh capital, attended by politicians and business leaders of over 100 countries. Varga was received by Kazakhstan's Prime Minister, and he also attended a session of the Hungarian Kazakh Business School. Bilateral cooperation with Kazakhstan focuses on agriculture, pharmaceuticals, energy and construction, Varga said. Hungary aims to triple the two countries' current trade turnover of $300 million within the next 3 years. Over 100,000 people attended the pilgrimage and holy mass of Csíksomlyó in Romania on Saturday. The biggest pilgrimage of Hungarian Catholics attracted the faithful both from Hungary and the territories inhabited by ethnic Hungarians in the Carpathian Basin. The Mass was celebrated by Csaba Ternyák, Archbishop of Eger and Deputy President of the Hungarian Catholic Bishops' Conference. The ceremony was also attended by President János Áder, the first Hungarian head of state to do so during his term in office. The youth arm of the Christian Democratic Party thanked the Hungarian group within the US Congress for its support for Hungary's constitution. The group had praised the Basic Law and said that it was concluding an important chapter in Hungary's post-communist past and promoted freedom rights for all citizens of the country. The two-party Hungarian-American caucus of the Congress was formed in 2003 at the initiative of Congressman Tom Lantos, chairman of the US House Committee on Foreign Affairs at the time. One of the group's leaders, Marci Kepter, said, "The United States must understand the Hungarian people and the Hungarian political system." Zsolt Erős's wife no longer hopes that her husband could still be alive. Hilda Sterzer, a mountaineer herself, told Hungarian public television that conditions the two climbers found themselves in were such that they had hardly any chance of survival. Erős and Péter Kis had climbed 24 hours before they reached the 8,586-meter peak of Kanchenjunga on Monday evening. They were completely exhausted and after a second night in the open were in a critical condition. On Tuesday, they were separated and disappeared from sight. On Wednesday, Sherpas set out but could not find the two Hungarians. They said they will not continue the rescue mission. Hungarian singer By Alex and his song Kedvesem, or The One For Me, won 10th place at the Eurovision final on Saturday, the third best achievement ever made by a Hungarian in the contest. Before the finals, betting officers put him in 17th place. The song contest was won by Denmark, trailed by Azerbaijan and Ukraine. The final, aired live by Hungarian television, was seen by 30,000 people on the spot and 100 million spectators on TV screens.